gorilla, but it goes so fast. All tied up like a captive. I'm on to you. Used to pay to my life, standing on rainbows, playing it cool. I don't felt this in ages, and I know my patience. So won't you please stay a bit longer? You're making me stronger, making me stronger. Stay a bit longer. You're making me stronger, making me stronger. You need stronger. Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. Can make me move.
Welcome everyone. So, a second. Cool. Alright, let's just cameras run quick. All the names, they are not necessary for currently.
Weirdly, as soon as you start your stream and the starting screen wasn't going, your Discord share screen is cleared up.
That's weird.
Probably just using too much resources at once, mate.
Yeah. Alright.
Okay, I guess I'm set. Okay, let me start my stream as well.
Ooh.
Alright. Everyone ready?
Yeah. Remind me to change my picture before the next episode. I'm no longer the DM.
Okay. Okay.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, this map was made by Hexar. So alright, so I know that the title says that there's going to be 4 players. I lied. Well, there will be.
Wait,
The
wait,
4.
are we starting?
Yep.
Okay, so let me just migrate also my screens as well.
No worries.
Oh yeah, we're not going to the whole game.
You never know.
Yeah, we should be ready.
Cool.
Alright, cities.
Yep. This map was made by Hexar. So massive thank you to him.
Sorry, I'm not if I'm allowed to know this. What scale is this? Well, I meant distance.
It doesn't really matter. Well, actually, no, it will. I'll decide when it comes time. I was just on the map player when I was tracking things around.
You know, like with like fearless or fearless to like buildings and art, it's like yeah.
Yeah. I've been an idiot, give me 1 second. I was moving the map around because I was on map player.
Yeah, it's a question. It's worth thinking about before.
Yeah. So,
Guys, how did you? How actually you could do modify your name so it add the passive perception value in there?
so if you,
My settings go to personalization display. Change
Ah, okay, on the display name. On the display name.
Sorry, go on player.
alright, so, let's start off by you guys introducing your characters. So, who wants to go first? Sure.
There might be a slight change when you put in on decision yet, but my name is Rosie. I am Tabaxi. This might not be the accent I use yet. So, I come from the mountains. I haven't come from the mountains yet, so I'll have a look at the map and choose that later on if that's alright.
Yep.
And I'm basically I'm an outcast. I'm technology and solving puzzles, fixing things, building things. And the people of my town, they're not like that. They're more rural, and I wasn't cast aside per se, more than I left of my own accord to basically find my fortune. Where I landed, I can't tell you because I don't know where we're going to start yet. We should have probably chose the starting location first.
That's fine.
Alright.
Alright.
But
Who's
basically,
next?
he made his way to the city to learn to be a smith to help build things.
Alright. Federico, you want to go next, considering you're under Rosie
Yeah.
currently?
Yeah. I mean, I had prepared that background that I shared in Discord, which was mentioning a goddess and a location from from the Sword Coast. I guess it's worth then having a look at this map and find
Yeah.
probably any place. I mean, in terms of pantheon on these, is it fine to use like Forgotten Realms gods, or I mean any
Yep.
god from?
Go ahead. Yep. Be my guest.
Yeah, because for that story I picked up Selune as the character. Specifically, Maywin is going to be an Azimar cleric of the Twilight. So I thought that Selune was going to fit the the role as a vampire hunter. So Selune is the goddess of the moon, and as is mentioned, it's a stalwart, the guardian of the good before the darkness.
Yep.
Okay, so that's the overall idea. So Dom or Hexar, what would be a nice
Cheers,
rural
Scotsman.
place where there may be farms on the outskirts of those towns? I mean, I think the humans mostly.
Sorry, Discord just decided to pain. So if you want, sorry, what was your question?
Yeah, I mean, just
Well,
because I picked up
what was the question?
a small farm outside
Small farm.
Tribor.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would say I'm gonna have to consult my notes here.
Probably Gorad, looking at where it would situate in the grasslands. But
Yeah.
that's up to you.
I'm happy to.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gorad is probably.
Because if you did it in the desert, it wouldn't really be far.
Yeah.
So much.
I was looking sort of in the woods, sort of that section.
Yeah, end of the day, it's your choice, but there's
Yeah.
Gorad, Yamachar, there's 4 along the top there that easily work out.
Yeah.
That one,
Ignore
that one.
ignore squares. They're not.
Yeah, that one and that one that look like small farming villages.
Let me turn grid
Yeah,
off.
I mean, if you think that Elmeraven can be, you know, mostly human, I mean, even if not mostly, but at least like a pretty nice
Majority human. Yeah.
farming area, yeah, I could move from Tribor to Elmeraven without many issues. I mean,
Yeah.
the story would still stand, I guess.
Okay, so you're moving. So you are from Elmeraven.
Yeah.
All right.
And what would be the name of? I mean, because I was also mentioning Strad in the background. I mean, Strad is a specific character, a vampire lord from the Sword Coast. I don't know. Think about like a villain, vampire villain that is not easily found.
You could make your own vampire villain, or Strad is still available because he's available in the Plane of Shadows.
All right.
Okay.
So what Dom wants to.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Nexus wants to do.
That's fine. I don't mind.
Because technically, his home is in the Plane of Shadows, so you could still technically utilize him if you wanted to.
Yeah. Hexa or Philo? Wanna go next?
Yeah, so I'm playing Philo, fairy fighter, rune knight to be specific. She comes from Feywild as a fairy. Due to a certain incident, she may or may not propelled into the action. She ended up in the material plane, and specifically the Mikaro Highlands, where she met a very small clan of stone giants that, untrusty at first, welcomed her and taught her the actual ways of like rune magic. That's where she actually started learning again and became the rune knight.
Cool. Grab. So, Michael, who is new player, her character is named Freya. She is a Circle of the Moon druid. She's also an urchin, and so she grew up poor. Sort of had to fend for herself a bit.
In the city's poor?
Yeah.
Or in the... Yeah.
Give me 1 second, 'cause actually there is a specific place on here that.
Yes. City urchin then. Alright.
Yeah.
Oh, I like the druid. I like the moon. The moon's the best one to pick if you want to go animal
Yeah.
all the time.
We spent a couple of hours doing the character. Give me 1 second.
If I ever go druid, I always go circle the moon. That bonus action to transform is just...
Too good.
What's the point of wasting the turn?
Okay, so
Holy... No, bear him.
she's originally from Milander, which is here. Managed to. That Milander is known for there being quite a few urchins there. She managed to get enough scraps to start fending for herself and moving out of Miranda to sort of explore. She ended up sort of adventuring out, but eventually returned back to Miranda, and yeah,
That works out perfectly.
it is called the Urchin Town for a reason.
Because I think this works out quite well with placement for
Yeah,
all of us. If we were looking to think about a starting city, Malanda seems like the best one because you were in the mountains. You were all in a village that far north, and I picked a place, and I could say I was in the mountains near there, or the forests. Silverwood Forest would be a great place for cats.
all right. So,
What's the name again of the character?
Freya,
Freya.
Freya.
Ah, Freya.
as in goddess, Greek
Yep.
mythology. Not
Yeah.
Greek,
Northern.
Norse
Yeah.
mythology.
Like,
So,
Possibly is playing God of War. Possibly is playing God of War.
guess you guys want some background on place.
Well, yeah, the world a little
Yeah.
bit. What notable events will we know that'll probably happen in the last 50 years or something daft?
So,
Don't want to go stupidly back.
you know that there was a massive war between the plains and the area where
This world is set, basically.
yeah, basically there was a massive war between many different places. It ended with the kings of the capital cities coming and ending up having a massive fight. And unfortunately, kings didn't survive. They all died, hence why this campaign is called the Story of the Fallen Kings, centered all around the events that took place in that massive battle. There,
Yeah. So, question: how long ago did that happen? From when we're starting, if that makes sense.
from when you're starting it happen, you know from like hearing other people talk about it, it's sort of how all these places became separate. So it was about 50, 60 years, maybe longer.
So the world's it's not very recent. The world's recovered a bit since then.
It's recovered a bit since then, yeah.
Yeah. So there's now separate kingdoms. You're telling me that they've
Yeah.
basically it was one big kingdom, and now they've cut themselves and
Yeah,
branched
exactly.
out province and,
Yeah.
yeah. Do we know anything about the government structures in any of the continents?
So you know in Turles, which is center, over here. You know that,
Turles, yeah.
yeah. You know it's sort of, I literally just closed my notes page. Let me get it up.
Sorry, I thought I'd put you on the spot there because I'm always intrigued about like what
Yeah.
we wouldn't know because we might not know what the government is in Sorrowfell, kind of where we're around.
Yeah.
We probably know a little bit.
So you know that Turles is where the major battle between the hills and tundra happened. It's also renowned for being a major trade center and known for its flowers.
Right.
It's, I wouldn't say that it's got a government per se. It's sort of
Yeah.
there's rules in place that people follow.
Yeah, there's going to be some kind of in charge. Is it like Is it a region, a democracy?
It's more of a region.
Ot- right, region. Yeah. Is it a committee? Like, yeah.
Yeah. So where Talos is situated is the hills. Also, you've heard some things about pole climber woods and sort of some things that have gone on there that aren't really talked about.
It's fine. We don't need to go into that now because we could do that in game. Like I said, just what I would suggest would be local. Basically, knowledge that everybody would know. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like who's in charge of Talos? Who's in charge of Malandar? What governments? Whereas I wouldn't know what's in
Yeah.
the cold chamber unless I go there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So Malander is run by sort of, it's a bit of a democracy there. You know that only the rich are able to really survive. Its nickname is the City of Urchins.
So it's going to be very similar to Waterdeep, where only the rich can really rule, like
Yeah.
the last lords.
Yeah.
The underruling committee of the city. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. That's cool.
And you've got up in the
I don't think we know that. I think we'd only know like where we are.
yeah.
Like
So
maybe,
Taras and
to be fair,
Malander.
maybe Hawk's character might know a little bit more about what's the north because that's where he grew up in.
Yeah.
If we're down here, I'd say we'd only know about Turlas and Melindar personally.
Yeah. So Hawk is. Are you from Elmraven, right?
Yeah. So you might know a little bit east and a little bit.
Yeah.
north.
So Hawk, you know that second.
But it's a small village, so he wouldn't know as much because there'd be less passing trade as well.
Yeah.
Put that into account.
So Hawk, you know that Elmraven is sort of not many people are there. Everyone knows everyone, and people will sort of come and go. It's quite a small village. You also know it was built atop ancient ruins. As in there's ancient ruins sort of in that village where you're from. You've also heard that you've heard about Deepclave, which is over here. Okay. You know that they call that town the capital's warhorse. You know that they sort of that area produces some good fighters. Yeah. Any questions?
No. I think I'm good for now, unless I think of somewhat in between this question, which will be, where do we want to start?
Yeah.
Because it's really looking like I'll be honest with you, this is my personal opinion. Everybody's welcome to the vote. If you're from the Myka Islands, you're from Elmraven, and I'm from, let's say, the edges of the mountains by the Silverrun Forest, my character, that my background that I want to do would be that he would be in Melandar trying to work for a smith. Now, is there any way, because you went on your way and you were in the mountains, would you end up in Melandar?
Let me check my backstory.
Is that a question to me or for us?
That's a question to the two other players,
Alright.
because obviously it's their choice as well. But obviously,
Yeah.
if the new player's already in Melandar,
Makes sense.
I'm in Melandar because I'm trying to work for a smith who's being cruel to me. I'll send you the rest of the backstory in the morning, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I already had it in mind, but I didn't know where you were placing us. So,
A million are here. Okay.
To be fair, going off from Philo, I'm pretty sure she would like try to find. At some point, she would leave the whole like small clan of giants once she learned what she could. And I think she would try to look for like a bigger city to get any information of how to contact her family in Feywild, because she's stranded.
yeah, either A, try to get back to the Feywild, or B, maybe gain more experience as a rune knight as well.
Well, contact her family because she does need to tell them that she does not want to go back.
Yeah.
The whole
It's a shame it's not a simple spell.
the whole reason for the incident was she wanted to get out, so
Yeah.
she just didn't end up where she wanted to be.
Got a bit homesick, basically, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Makes sense.
So one question: would there be a pretty important library in Melandar?
Yes. You know that there's sort of the library that holds all the information about the hills and sort of about what happened in the war between the hills and Tundra. You know that the history books on that are kept in the library in Melandar.
Okay. I mean, my
Great-
character
great
is also a scholar. Okay, so okay, the vampire hunting job, but mostly driven by knowledge. So if there is a big library in there, also, you know, I have these. How do I trigger again? Okay, yes, I need to do this. Open the character. 1 second, guys. I have these from my background.
Nice.
So yeah, I think if there is like a big library, I guess that makes sense, you know, to be around at
Yeah.
least. I'm not sure if as part of this war there were vampires involved of any sort, but I mean, who knows? You may find some weird, yeah, you know,
It's a big city, you never know.
yeah, some weird
As-
faction, you know, helping in the shadows.
Yeah.
Why not?
As part of your background with that research thing, you wouldn't know for sure whether there was vampires involved in the story of the Fallen Kings. However, you would know that if there was a book on it, it would be in the library in Melandar.
Yeah. Also, second question would be: is there any well-known bad guy from the lore? I mean, like Morgoth for the Middle Earth, you know, kind of a Sauron person that used to be, you know, like an ancient evil somewhere.
That might be for us to find out.
You're gonna have to find that
I
one
mean,
out.
I don't know, unless it's a known person that used to live. I mean, I'm just saying, on this volcano on the north.
Don't worry, Ganondorf is not coming back.
Well, you never know.
No, he never comes back.
like always. But okay, yeah. I mean, I'm fine, for to be there, for like a polar kind of
It might be
business.
worth, Tom. Here's an idea for you. If you think about after this, yeah, write a little paragraph, brief history of the world or something, and then just send it to us. Or
No.
post it
Yeah.
on Discord. Yeah. I'll send you a copy of the one that I did for my old campaign, just as a give you a little idea, just in case it's out you've forgotten.
Yeah.
So, all right. Yes, so we're happy with Melendar then.
Okay, so we're all starting. Well, are we going to start with you all in Melandar, or are we going to start with you traveling to Melandar, and then?
Technically, as you're the DM, you have to basically make sure that we all meet up. So it would be better if you don't do solo fucking campaigns because
Yeah.
we're all dead. So it might be that maybe
You've all. I'll just say you've all made it to Melandar.
somehow just by pure accident and luck, maybe Hexar and Hawk end up at the gate around the same time, not being denied access.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
how them two meet.
that's possible considering Philo. Yeah, that is certainly possible. She would not get let in.
Yeah, and then they somehow bump into me and sorry, what's the lady's name again? Guy called
Freya.
Freya.
Oh, Freya. Yeah, Freya. Sorry. Somehow in the city. So I'm going to be working for a smith. At some point, they're going to go to a smith.
Yeah.
So that makes introducing me quite simple. As for Freya, I don't know.
I mean, from my point of view, a trip to the Smith could be easily justified.
Yeah.
Having
Warwick needing a smith? Never.
having to repair the plate. I mean,
Yeah.
why not? During the
Yeah.
last battle was damaged, and there's something that needs to be repaired. Let's go to a smith and have it fixed.
Even if you
Easiest.
even if you just wanted some oil to stop it rusting.
Cool. So
You travelled a long way, mate, and I bet it rained in between then.
you guys happy with what's
Yep.
been described?
Yep.
Cool. I know it was a very short one today. It wasn't going to be a particularly long episode today. It was basically just introducing everyone, giving you guys some background on map and events that have unfolded. Yeah. So next week we will start with hopefully all four of you guys.
Right. No, you can't say guys anymore.
Oh. All four of you players.
All four of you players are people.
All four humans.
All four of you humans.
All four of you friggin' D&D nerds.
3 D&D nerds, one person who's really interested in it and has never played. So
Yeah. Still a D&D nerd if they're interested in it.
yeah,
And from what I gather, has watched all the shows.
yeah.
So, if you
But
watch
Exar,
if you watch Crit
Yeah.
Roll at all, you're a D&D nerd.
Scotsman's
map is
just
really beautiful.
Scotsman's just asked if you're gonna, Andy, if you're gonna tell me about Jen.
Jen.
JENN.
Double N. Fucking hell. Yes, so there's I don't know what when you came in on Scotsman's stream earlier, yeah?
Yeah.
He was playing with a Jaguar Jen, is it? I think it was. She's interested in playing, but I think she's in America as well, so I don't know how the time zones are going to work.
Yeah.
So if we do have a dropout, she might be an interesting party. Yeah, Jack, you were Jen. That's it.
I mean, I'm happy to run a campaign with 5 of you.
Well, I don't know her that well, so what I'll do is I will try and ping her a message on
Ping her-
account
Ping her a message,
and
and
ask her if she's interested.
if she's interested, I
And
will.
if she's available at that time, because if she's
Yeah.
not available at that time on the day, it's kind of pointless me us going any further.
Yeah. Cool.
Oh, but guys, before closing, the name. What did we pick in the end?
It's the name I put in chat.
Okay,
The story of the Fallen Kings.
okay, confirmed.
Yeah.
Just let Scotsman know. I was going to mention that to you, but I was going to mention that off stream.
Yeah, that's fine. Now you're all good, Scotsman.
Let's see if it fits.
I didn't want to start naming people on the
Yes.
stream.
It fits.
Look at that. Cool. Right. Yeah, well. Sorry for such a short session today, guys.
No, fine, Scotsman, don't worry about it. I was going to say it anyway eventually, so don't worry.
Yeah, but you know, it's nice. I think it's nice, you know, to have the session 0. You know.
I always do a session 0 normally.
You know, like
Yeah.
also mentioned as from a stream point of view, it gives some context to, you know, whoever wants to have a look at the past episodes.
Yeah.
Starting at some point, right? So they have definitely a bit of an understanding of the lore of the characters and you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should always do. If you're going to do a quite a big campaign, you should always do a session 0.
Yeah.
Drop your lore, drop your map. Try and drop a bit of lore and map as early as you can, because that way, obviously, like what you realise, Dom, this is not your fault, is that we can't tie in our background until you drop the map. That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no worries, Scotsman.
Other than that, Dom, massive improvement. I'm loving this. I'm excited to start. I can't wait. This
Yeah.
map's lovely. I know you've actually done your research and you've been thinking about this and you've got your lore down and yeah,
Cool.
I'm intrigued to start.
Right, well, thank you everyone who came out to the stream today. I know it's a lot shorter than my usual streams, but starting from next week, the Friday sessions will be at the normal time. Well, depending on when Hawk can get in. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and we will catch you in the next one.
Cool. Thank you guys. Have a good weekend and talk to you soon.
Yep.